Hello beautiful soul, this is a channeled message about what is happening on the planet right now and some things that are really exciting and beautiful and also potent. But yeah, I love you and I thank you for being here. If you're new, my name is Katie and I make channeled messages like this because I get shown a lot of timelines that are playing out, that are going to play out, and so this one was very clear and I have a lot of love in my heart for all of the souls that listen to these, because truly I think that it's our duty to be aware of what's happening and also, again, take what resonates and leave the rest, because I do believe that yes, this might not resonate as truth in your body, but it's what I've been shown, and so if you're ready, then I hope you enjoy. So guys, what's happening on the planet right now, and I've talked about this a lot, but I want to say it in a different kind of like light. Also, speaking of the light, it's very bright right now. We've got the sun codes. There's a lot of people waking up, and in 2025, and I have chills, we are going to see a massive wake up in the souls that awaken to what's occurring on the planet. And this is different from any sort of awakening you've seen before, where it's just like everyone kind of at their own pace spiritually awakens. I know this happened during the pandemic, right? A lot of people woke up, I woke up, and kind of realized like the meaning of life. But in this sense, it's a whole different frequency, right? It's gonna be a massive wake up, but in the sense of like a lot of normal, quote unquote, normal people waking up to the realization that this is not like anything we've been living in before, this earth. It's not a normal existence, guys. I have chills, oh my God. It's not gonna be the smoothest ride for the next 5 to 10 years, because in order for us, healers, leaders, souls awakening, if you're watching this, you're probably somebody who's waking up on a spiritual level, and on a soul level, you're starting to remember who your soul is and like the purpose of your time here on this planet. And a lot of people are gonna start realizing, oh my God, what are we doing? Like, I'm on Earth. Like, you're gonna start seeing people actually having these epiphany moments where they're like, oh my God, it's not just like I'm just coasting through life anymore. Like, I have a mission, I have a purpose. Like, everyday people are gonna start having these epiphanies out of nowhere. And this is why I always say it's your duty as somebody who does feel that you are a leader, a speaker, or just anyone, truly anyone, share your gifts. This message is very strong from my guides. It's like, we have to start sharing our gifts. We got to start sharing our truth, because the more that we diminish that, we're not helping speed up the process. And I've talked about how, you know, Earth, she does move very slow, but at the same time, there's a speed up process, because the more that we can get people to wake up to their truth of why they're here on this Earth, the more that our Earth is going to come back to that unity consciousness, into love. So that's just something that we're going to be seeing, and it's actually so beautiful, and also going to be very crazy, because we've never seen this quick of a wake up of people, and this many. You're going to see a lot of more people kind of wakening up. There's another wave coming. I've talked about this before, but I just feel it's really important to share this message, because again, if you are already someone watching this video, you are waking up, which you probably are. It's your duty to start sharing your truth, start embodying who you came here to be, even though it's scary, even though it's uncomfortable. My guides are just like, it's time. Like, there's no more, whoa, I have so many chills. There's no more waiting, guys. Like, you gotta just step up in whatever way that means to you. Stop hiding who you are, start sharing in any way that you can, because it's going to heal this earth and humanity. Another thing too is the light's gonna win, guys. The light is always going to win. And I was hearing clearly it's because secrecy can't exist anymore. I have chills. What that means is that, you know, and it's funny because we see a lot more channelers like me, like a lot of people out here that are on social media and online that are sharing like the insights to the darker forces that are at play right now. We're exposing them because there's so much light being shed on this planet, guys, that there's no way they can exist in secrecy. My hand keeps twitching, that's so weird. Oh my God, what is happening? Spirits here, guys. There's no way that they can exist here anymore, because like, they're here, yes, and there are these darker forces that, if you're not aware, what's happened to our earth is that thousands of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago, our human bodies and our brains were created to be controlled by forces outside of ourselves, taking our sovereignty away from us, so that we were these controlled robotic beings with minds, living in fear. And they did that to us because Earth was a realm where anyone could really come in and kind of figure out what they wanted to do with Earth. So these darker forces came in, and the way that they feed their power is through controlling us and putting us in fear. And so that's why for so freaking long, so many people have been controlled by fear, and why, you know, we have been controlled by these forces, and you see them all the time, you know, whatever you want to call them, reptilians, elite, they're all that, there's a million names. But guys, I said this in a previous video, they don't actually have as much power as we give to them, right? The whole reason we're here is for the earth herself. And yes, we're saving humanity, we're taking back our power from the forces that were at play, but they're not actually the ones that we got to be focused on right now. So just know that the light is going to win, because there's already so much light exposing them right now. And just through your awareness alone, this was a crazy download I got, it was so strong. It's like, guys, awareness is the only thing that we need to like really come back to love. Because the minute that someone wakes up consciously and realizes their power, or realizes why they're on this earth, the minute that they can't be controlled anymore. So every single one of us, you included, myself included, that wakes up spiritually, consciously on this planet, and even, like I said, even the next wave that's going to wake up, that is going to naturally like start shedding off these darker forces, because it's the awareness. When there's light that sheds awareness on the dark, the dark isn't there anymore because the light's there. So just know that that's why it's like, yes, a lot of chaos is playing out. Yes, there's so much crumbling, but it's at the same time, don't let it scare you, because it's what has to happen for the light to win, because the light is winning. I have chills. But yeah, and this is gonna get even juicier, guys, so just get ready. Okay, so yeah, and another thing too, I've talked about this a lot, but we are here to rewrite our DNA. So I wanna elaborate on this because I say it a lot, but I don't really dive into it as deeply as I should. So when I say that, I mean that my guides have shown me, you know, we are all souls here having a human experience. So we all chose a specific family, we chose our specific body. I chose to be Katie Horton in this life, with my family, living where I live, like, because I had to come in to heal that ancestral line and that my lineage, right? And you were the same. And so even if you're not fully aware of what that looks like, all the things you're here to do, you don't have to, right? You're just doing enough by your light alone, because you've traversed many lifetimes, I believe. A lot of us have traversed many lifetimes as different humans and avatars to get to this point. And so now we are here in the mass awakening that's occurring on the planet. I keep having chills this whole freaking time. The whole awakening that's occurring on the earth is, you know, it's something we've never seen before. And so the great shift you probably hear all the time is occurring because so many souls are waking up to their soul. And so that's why I say you have such a powerful light. Is, guys, the difference between what's happening now and what hasn't happened before is that there are so many souls remembering their soul. You are doing right now, watching this video, myself, like, we're waking up to on a soul level of like who we actually are. And that's why we carry so much light, because that is what heals the earth. It's awareness of your soul. It's awareness of the power that you hold. It's not because, you know, when we're asleep, when we're unconscious to the fact that we are a soul, and we just think we're a human, and like we're attached to that idea. We're not shifting. We're not shifting the earth or the frequency of the earth. But the minute you wake up, the minute you remember, oh, I'm a soul, and through that, you know, as life goes on, right, we start to remember more and more of our soul, what that looks like, unique to yourself and myself. That is when we really amplify the healing of humanity and of this earth and of our DNA. Because again, we're here to rewrite our own DNA. And so as you wake up, your DNA starts to calibrate to the remembrance of your soul. Oh my God, I have chills. That's so crazy, guys. So yeah, it's really beautiful. I hope the sun doesn't go away. Let me like move. Yeah, it's really beautiful process of what we're doing, because again, it's so many of us are doing this. And yes, we've had lives where we've done this before, but not on a collective mass scale like what's happening. And social media is a reason for this. Like, we're living in the digital age, which is it's so normal to us right now. But if you really take a step back, guys, like, it's insane. I'm channeling this message to you across the globe from a screen, and you're like being activated as I speak. Like, that's just crazy, right? So it just shows we're already traversing life in the 5D in specific ways. It's just we got to pull along the rest of humanity to get there. So yeah. Souls are just waking up. They're waking up, and it gives me chills, because it's the most beautiful thing. And that's really, again, where our earth is headed, is, and why the great shift is happening, is we're starting to return to a world where we all remember we are all part of the one great source, God, divine source, creator, prime creator, whoever you resonate with, whatever name. We're all God. You and I we're all a part of each other, and it's so, so beautiful. And we're all trying to remember that, because I say this a lot, even though we're here to save humanity, what I mean by that is, like, on the deeper level, yes, we're souls, and we're not humans. We're not, you know, from the earth, but It's to restore the love that humanity started with, because it became infiltrated again, like I said, by these darker forces. So we're taking our power back, reclaiming humanity's love and sovereignty, so that when we heal humanity, we can go on to do other things. You can go to other galaxies, you can go elsewhere, but we have to be here for humanity. We're saving a whole species. Like, your soul came here as a volunteer to save an entire species from corruption and from disaster and from getting kicked off this earth, like Earth has done to many other species, okay? So that's just something. And then, yeah, I want to wrap this up a little bit and just say, you know, the fear, right, is again what we're purging out of our bodies. So I myself have been going through this so much in my life. Even though I make a lot of these videos where I'm like hyped up and beautiful, guys, I have been traversing like some of the most painful moments in my entire life recently, because as we expand into more love, we purge out more fear and more density and more karma and that stuff that we're just like ready to move on from, so that we can live our lives. And like, this is why I make the videos for you. If you're not aware, I make a lot of videos that are meditations about creating your dream life, because I think there's the balance of the healing and remembering, you know, we are here to move through the density, but coming back to the love that you're here to live. And my guides tell me this all the time, is it's a balance. Like, do the healing, yes, purge the freaking karma, the ancestral trauma in your body, and feel what you need to feel, but come back to loving yourself, creating your dream life, creating the life you came here to live, because we are here to experience, we are here to live an epic life. I truly, I could cry. I have chills right now saying that, because my guides are like, yes, like, tell people that, like, don't feel that you have to live in this like healing cycle your whole life. And as much as I say you're on a mission, you know, and it's my duty, and my guides tell me like to tell you, you're on a mission, you have a big purpose, but don't let that make you feel like life has to be this serious thing all the time and the great shift, all these channeled messages. I do this because, you know, I have to market myself to you to watch these videos, but in essence, it's like, we are here to love and have play and have joy, and joy is the code of the new earth. Joy is the code of this new existence, and to heal humanity, it's with that inner child love and play. And my best friend and I talk about this all the time, like, truly the new earth, especially the children, they're going to be carrying joy codes. They're these light beings with so much love, and we have to be the way showers to help them see that they can step into more joy and not live a dense life, because truly we're not supposed to focus on all these darker forces. We're not supposed to give them so much attention, as much as like a lot of people love to do that in the spiritual space and the conspiracy theory space. I'm here for it, guys, but at the same time, they don't actually hold that much power. Who holds the power is this earth, okay? And again, I say this all the time, but like, we try to negate the fact that Mother Earth is like truly the one we gotta be not worried about, but she has all the power in the world to just say, humans, you're not cooperating with me, you're not treating my planet with respect, you're throwing trash all over my planet, you're hating each other, get the F out, right? She'll kick us off with some cataclysm. So I don't think that's gonna happen. Not instilling fear in you, but because again, you got to take the play out of it, you got to like bring back to love, but it's to know that like she has that power, she has that ability, right? So it's not about the darker forces. The light is already winning, it's already won. So if we just stop focusing on them and we come back to the understanding that like, oh, actually love is the code, joy is the code, and if we treat each other with respect, we come back into community with our loved ones, we find that soul family connection with one another who just like uplifts us, and we just live through our purpose and speak our truth and also help wake up others to their truth. That's the code. I have chills, oh my god. That's the code to the new earth, and that's the code to our existence and why we're here. Like, truly, it's a gift, guys. And yeah, just remember your sovereignty. Remember that this life is, yes, difficult. As I said, I have been traversing so much fear in my own body, and it's been the most painful thing. But the way to also push through that fear is to just ride it out, feel your emotions. Emotions are the key to the other side. And I have learned this from many people and from myself, is that the more we feel, the more we can make it to love. And love is really on the other side. So don't push away your emotions. Don't push away the fear. Don't run from fear. Push through it. Soothe your body in the process. That's another thing, is like, don't be too hard on yourself. I myself am someone who is so hard on myself because I just am. Like, growing up in a society that teaches us to be in the mind, right? It's challenging, but give yourself nurturing. Remember that amidst this great shift, there is the need for rest, there is a need for nurturing and for love. My guides are saying that very strongly. They're like, yeah, nurture yourself, love yourself, honey. Like, you deserve the world. You are a magical creator, and I genuinely mean that. I believe each and every one of us carries unique gifts and codes for this planet, and you're not here by any coincidence. You're really not. You're here because you have a divine reason why you chose to be here, and I love you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. I have chills. Oh my gosh, my guides are like, yes, channel this message, Katie. If you enjoyed, please share this with somebody who it could impact. I always ask this, but genuinely it's because I believe these messages are like activations for people that are meant to hear them, and this could very well wake up a human to realize, like I actually had a spiritual awakening from a YouTube video years ago. It woke me up. I was like, oh my God. So this could very well do the same for somebody else. So share it. I also do intuitive readings and New Earth power activations, link below if you want to book. If you're curious about like activating those soul codes, you want to clear blocks you've been traversing, or just you want guidance on this journey and that nurturing love, like that's all I'm going to give you. I'm a sister for you. I love you and I'm here for you. I do this work for you. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's all I really have for you. That's all my guides I think have for you. They just love you. Like I honestly keep hearing them. They're just like, we love you. We're so proud of you. And I want you to know that. Be so proud of yourself. Give yourself so much love. Do not be hard on yourself. Do not, because we're not in a rush. The shift is already happening. It's already here. The light's already won. Like a lot of us are actually souls from the future, if you're not aware. I actually told this recently and it makes sense. A lot of us are either souls from the past or from the future who remember a life of 5D and remember that we've already won. So it's like we don't actually have to rush our existence or fight the dark forces. We've won, guys. So just like know that, and know that if you also, one last thing I will say, this is important, okay? If you feel like you have a purpose on this planet, but you're like, why is it not here yet? You're working a mundane job. I talk to a lot of clients, I was like this, where you're like, I just want to be helping people, but I'm not like in it yet. I don't have the money to do the things I want to do. I have kids, all these things. I have one message for you, and it's truly just like, trust that you're in the right place. My guides are like, trust, because you are. You are not in the wrong place. You're not too far behind. Like you're really not, guys. It's going to be a wild ride, this planet, what we're going to see in the next few years. It's going to speed up a lot of healers' journeys and leaders' journeys. So it will happen for you, okay? Just trust and be patient with yourself. I have patience tattooed on my arm because I am the most impatient person on this planet. So I feel you, okay? But I love you, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one, my dear soul. Love from Montana. Mwah!